Welcome to another glorious update on how we're gonna either get fucked or get fucked over. I'm not quite sure. So, let us start off with the glorious reading the messages. We have a new research and alteration. We're level 2. We have 3 levels to go. It's only going to increase. That's getting there. Thester died because he was fat and nobody liked him. he was slightly wounded, but it's just some guy. You know, it's fine. It's fine. People die all the time. Arch is doing some more expansion. Now, this time, we're not going to talk too much about the battles because they're not the interesting part of this episode today. Nerfy expanded the ocean, did a lot better this time against the Kululus. These things are kind of annoying. They're like giant fishy boys. And they fishmen. Oh, they look so stupid. We will show off some battles here if there are interesting ones, but we're going to start changing our tune a little bit to only the interesting. Nothing particularly interesting in the water, just some expansion there. I had a battle, but it wasn't too interesting. I took a few casualties, but I was able to pretty much take out that 50 province. I changed my mind and went for it, I think, or I can't remember. My brain stopped working all of a sudden. Don't worry about it. But there was something more interesting here. Now we can see the enemy army and what they have available. So, now that we have some intel, because our spies so happened to be in this province when they attacked. They are casting a lot of things. Fire, shield, AP, heat 6, fire resistance, and they have a lot of heat. These boys are toasty. These are their sacreds. These are their tough boys. Bad formation fighters. So we get to see what they do. Now they do create heat aura. Heat 3. I do not like the idea of fighting these, but again, I have numbers. I can just dumb them down by just derping them over. So yes, I'm going to be fighting against Hellish Nightmarish Spawn. Yeah, that's going to be fun. You can see that these boys here, you know, taking some heat. But they're not on fire yet. These boys get in there. They might start igniting. Nope, not igniting. They're just going to die. Technically, just because something's hot, they shouldn't catch on fire, except if there's a literal fire. But yeah, those are going to be nasty, so that's interesting here. We've got some different stuff going on the battlefield. Now, this one's also going to be a short episode because, again, we're going to start winding these down until the war. Pacific Mage has joined. Oh, I did not even know that. An unexpected event occurred. Plus 10 defense. There's bandits joined in. Gotcha. I have an air mage. Huh. What can you build, my little friend? You can build a temple. No, you can build a lab. But we can have you build a lab there, at the very least. I'll build a lab there, because we're going to have to build a lab anyways, and a temple. I've got my satyr lady building a temple here. That'll be done next turn. This is going to recruit priests. She's going to actually hobble back down and head over here. My god is on his way back, but I'm sending out an army. This army is fairly big. And they're going to head north to basically shore up the defenses. I'm going to up the garrison to 30 and cross the board with all bordering territories and then try to solidify this as quickly as possible. This fort over here will be, again, charged with cleaning up all that mess, but I'm not going to send any more troops to help with that. Well, this fort also will help clear up this mess. These troops are just going to start pouring north. So my god can have up to 100 guys. He's going to sit there and just build up a massive army, while I just sort of like contain him for a few turns. And I'm not building any more priests, so that means I get 5 white centaurs, because I'm going to spam the ever-living shit out of them, and then spam the ever-living shit out of these minotaurs. I have no real range units that are worth fucking buying against this enemy, this foe, if you will. And yeah, my god's going to build up that army. I'm going to try to build a fort on Tenvir or maybe on Copper Woods. I'm going to push north here to try to secure him off because there's rivers here. You can't cross over in this river. You can't cross over. He's too hot. But if I can hold him at these 3 provinces, that'd be preferable. His army might move and intercept this army, which would be catastrophic, but I'm going to take that risk. This army's going to head north and secure that territory, and if not, it will go and help hold in that region here. That's why I'm also having this army go north here, because if he does take that, that'll open up 4 territories, which means 4 territories that need bolstering defenses, but it'll also block him off from getting these 4 territories and expanding down here. The goal is to keep him bottled up. He is trapped. We do know that Sketchy is here, He spawned roughly here, and Carlos is all along there. So I'm not sure how big Carlos is, but because Sketchy's bottling, that's quite nice. Atlantis is going to do some really cheeky things. I do not know what he's going to do. He's expanding. Ryla's expanding quite slowly. Yeah, they are. So is Baratos, but at the very least, he's building a fort in Duma. That's good. Under construction. He is expanding outwards, getting these provinces. If Cash can just keep nabbing these provinces and just lock down that bridge, that'd be preferable. Then Nerfy's flank will be secure. Nerfy needs to get his act together and start securing more territories. He's having a bit of a quirky time, but he did grab this naval province here, which connects all the territories around him. Fortunate that he can actually go in the water for that. He does need to get that, because that'll bolster that capital. Archers expanded north and made contact. We do know intel-wise that Carlos is plotting to potentially send a raid here, or he might just hold his forces in reserve. So we'll have to wait and see. Archers pushing through the mountains, trying to link up here, which will create a bridge right here to those territories here. This fort is under construction, almost done. Sketchy intends to cross the bridge at 185 through the mountains, past the barbarians, and through Arch. I've informed Arch of this potential danger. Arch seems to be content and thinking that he's fine, but again, he could just go through he could go through a mountain, through the dead marshes, and then attack in the rear, which would be catastrophic nonetheless. Either way, things are going interesting. We've made contact on my front, and Arch has made contact on his front. Oh boy, this is where the fun begins, my friends. This is where the fun begins. So let's take a quick look at the statistics. Score graphs. Now, as you can see, province-wise, we are going really good. Our teammates are kind of lagging behind a little bit, but they're at least taking provinces. They're not shrinking, which is good. We need this to go a little higher faster, but that's fine. If we can just keep this provincial expansion going, that's fine. Next fort will be done soon. Income-wise, I am pretty high up there, so I'm pretty confident. Gem income, Arch is seeing a nice gem influx. Research, I'm making steady advances in research, but I'm kind of slowed down. Our Dominion is growing fairly well, and my army has been the weakest of all of us, but that's not a surprise. That should slowly turn around. And again, I need to use my mass, my trample, and I just need to overpower Ketchup's recruitment. He cannot recruit nearly as much as I can, so I have to bank on the fact that he's going to try to defend, because now is winter. So I'm banking on the fact that he's not going to attack while winter is happening, because he's a heat faction. He doesn't really want to attack in cold, and if he attacks in cold, he'll take a disadvantage. If that's the case, next turn I will build a temple here, and then this temple will have guys go here and start building temples to push out Dominion this way. That way we can try to box him in Dominion-wise, so his Dominion can't spread. And that way if he tries to push into our land, we'll be defending in our friendly Dominion, which gives us a bonus. As you can see, my Dominion hasn't really spread that well. Haven't had an opportunity to really push it. But that temple completion here will be a good start. I have half a mind to just have a single researcher dip out of researching and just have them go this way, which probably would be quicker. Probably should do that instead. But at the same time, it's not urgent. She's going to get that temple up, and then these guys can, by the by, build temples of their own as well. So they'll be building temples on the front line, which will be nice. But yes, I need to secure those two provinces. The reason why I'm moving this army here is because the centaurs can actually move 2 provinces with the minotaurs at a time. So if I click on them, you can kind of see that. They can move, 1, 2 in a straight line. So if I move them there, let's say Hands takes that, I might be able to launch a counterattack. Maybe. I do not know. If this is enough troops or not, I will have to base off what I see. This army is not particularly small, but it's not particularly big. There's only a single Minotaur left, and there is only 6 white centaurs left. The army coming up to the north is only as strong as 8 white centaurs and quite a few Minotaurs. I, again, am slowly, steadily boosting the garrison to 6, which will reduce spawns. We've addressed Baratos's thing, where he's, not garrisoning. He's now garrisoning a little bit better provincial defense-wise, and no real expansion going on here. Turtling kind of concerningly hard, which leaves a lot of this territory vulnerable to enemy expansion, which is not good in the slightest. And we need more pressure on this front, so Arch stands alone, along with Baratos, I guess. So not entirely alone, but Not too much help coming from there. The one benefit is I hope, not sure if it would be better for him to just expand over there and just sort of block Atlantis from going around. I don't know. I would not be surprised if Atlantis tries to come up onto the shore. In which case, I will just up the garrison where necessary. And I'll slowly, continually up the garrison so that if he tries to come on land, that I can just beat him back down. My armies are fast. That is the one thing I have an advantage. And while my land is expansive, with that speed, I can easily catch them. So it only takes me, you know, to move this army here, it takes me about 2 turns. Can't move there. But that's 2 territories. 1, 2, you know? 1, 2. So it takes approximately 2 turns to get from anywhere from the capital. So it's like 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Which is kind of nice. I would almost wish it was like the capital was here, because that'd be fucking excellent. But then I would have ran it in hands a lot sooner. But, beggars cannot be choosers. It'll take 2 turns for reinforcements to get to the front line, whereas for catch-up, it'll take approximately 1, 2 turns, 2 to 3 turns, depending on where he goes, to get to the front line. That is the equivalent distance. We can use that to our advantage, but we do need to start pumping out armies, and this fort is almost done. 1 more turn, and it's going to start production. Then we're going to start grabbing these territories quickly. We want to keep that income going so I can keep bolstering the garrison, because I'm probably not going to be able to launch an offensive in time. It means that I need to hold out for summer. Because when summer hits, I'm betting he's going to launch a summer offensive. I moved my spy back here to see what's going on. But I do not know. I do not know what he's going to do 100%. So things are getting a little bit scary, a little bit frightening. Not a lot of expansion. Some expansion going, which is good. He does need that. Hopefully he buys some mercs. I think he did. And then starts nabbing up these southern territories and builds himself a block because he needs to get some resources going. So does our friend Nerfy. But Hands is nice and blocked in because he can't get help from Sketchy because there's water there. He can't expand too far to the south. That's what we're trying to do. Lock him in here. And Arch is building a fort here. It's up in the garrison to about 100. It's already at 10. So we're hoping that that's going to be able to hold them back. And so if we can knock Abyssia out of the fight, that will be good. I'm hoping that we can do that. I'll knock Abyssia out, then I'll turn my northern forces, and I'll split my production. Half production goes to the north, half production goes to the south. And I'll start pushing across those 2 regions. That is the plan. We'll have to hope and see if that is going to work out that way, but I have a lot of optimism in regards to how that's going to pan out. So we shall see. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll tune in with the next turn, which is not going to be that far away. Ta-ta.